everyone. I hope so far you have been enjoying and following this segment on our Zimbabwean history. I just want to say for the Nalatale tour, this was done at night, so the pictures and the videos are not the very best, but the information and content is still invaluable. So just sit back and enjoy.
Right, so Nalatale National Monument. As you can see there, it's a settlement at top of this hill. And the history cascades down to the foot of the hill. All right? Nalatale was actually established by the Torwa. The Torwa were the descendants of the Rose. Right? The Torwa moved from Great Zimbabwe when Great Zimbabwe became overpopulated, and the resources became scarce. So the other group of people moved away from Great Zimbabwe and headed southwards. Right? They then went as far as Kami in Bulawayo, and they established Kami first. That was around the 1400s. Right? That they established Kami. Right? But when they got to Kami, there were some inhabitants who were at Kami. And they conquered them. Right? Having conquered them. Right. Having conquered them, what did they do? They then settled there. And the name Torwa was actually given to them by the inhabitants at Kami. To say our good place or our rich state has been invaded by the Torwa. Strangers. Torwa, La Torwa. That's where the name was derived from, right? And the name Torwa then stuck onto these people, right? Initially, there's no one who is called Torwa.
It's just descendants of the Rose.
Yes. That's the actual history. If we divert from there, we will not be talking history. But it is the descendants of the Rose.
But they established a Torwa still.
Right. Why? Because the name Torwa is stuck on them now.
Right.
And they're growing. Right? From Kami, they found out that they had large herds of cattle and they needed pasture. Right. Where could they get the pasture? It was only at Zodlo.
And there's so much of it.
Right.
The grass.
The grass.
Grew.
Right. So they moved backwards. But the king resided at Kami by then. Right? They moved backwards and established Zodlo. Right? Around 1500. So these posters, I will be telling you as we go.
Okay.
You can just have a look at them. I know you've got your cameras, and if you can take your photos there, that will help you.
Right.
Great. That will help you a lot, because you'll read that when you are seated at home.
True.
Right. So, what they are just saying there is that they're saying that the Rosie are the ones who established this place, and they were only dispersed by the Nguni. When the Nguni came in about 1830, right? The first group of the Nguni. And that's one, yeah. And Ndebele.
Ndebele.
Gundwani.
Oh, Ndebele.
Nguni Ndebele arrived here 1830 and settled at Falcon College.
Oh.
Right? Having settled there, we are now dilating a little bit, is it?
Yeah.
So that you
Get the context.
You marry the two.
Yeah.
Right. When he settled it, Falcon College. Right? Muslim went through Botswana. He did not come with Gunwa. Yes. Him and another part went through Botswana and crossed the Torwa River and entered Zimbabwe through Wange.
Through Wange?
Yes.
Oh.
Zilikazi. He went through Wange. That's why he first settled at Inyati.
Right.
You see that? That's why he settled there.
Where Chilisamulu was defeated.
Chilisamulu was here. Chilisamulu was here.
Yeah.
You can get your photos there. Chilisamulu was here.
Yeah.
Chilisamulu was not actually defeated by Mzilikazi. No. It was thought either Zwangendava or Nyamazana. The ladies, the strong Swazi ladies, right? Might be the one who killed Chilisamulu. Right? Because that was then the time of the Mfekani. Right? The time of crashing when Chaka the Zulu king was a problem in Zululand. And a lot of tribes left Zululand, is it?
Yeah.
Right? So you'll find Zongendaba, the lady there, Soshangani, Muzilikazi, you know, Senza, no, Peasant, not Senza, the father of Puchak. Yes. Yes. So that's what really transpired, and that led to the downfall of the the Torwa Empire, of the Torwa state. Because when the Ndebeles came in,
the Torwa state or Rose state?
In fact, we're talking of the Torwa here, right?
Yeah.
We are here at Nalatale, and talking of the Torwa.
The Torwa state.
So where is the Rose state?
The Rose state.
Yeah.
We will say, when the breakaway took place at Great Zimbabwe, right? Nyatumba Mkhosi led another group to the north, as far as Ndebele, Mount Darwin.
Yeah.
Yes. So they settled there. So he established the Mutapa state, is it?
Yes.
Yes. Not the Rose. The Mutapa state, the Rose state remained at Great Zimbabwe. Right?
Yeah.
Right? And the Mutapa state in the north, and the Torwa in the south.
Yeah.
Is it?
So you're interchanging Torwa and Rose?
Yes.
Okay, they're interchangeable.
Yes.
The descendants.
They are the descendants. And when the Rose came to know that the Torwa had established themselves here, fireworks. You know what happened?
Yeah.
They just sent their army with the Ndunas, with all the headmen and whatever. And they came to replace. They didn't kill them. They didn't fight them very much. What they only did was, you guys, you cannot hear. I'm Razukuru. Oh, right, there's something of interest. Don't rush. On the rock. On the rock.
Cook here.
They used to.
I've seen a lot of this in Wednesday.
What's that? Grinding.
Grinding.
Yes. So they used to maybe grind some of these small stuffs. Yeah?
Grains.
You can't do your grains in such a small one. You will need that big wheel and the lower grinding stone and the upper grinding stone. This is the upper grinding stone. So here we might say they were actually doing the snuff for the king, right? Or sampling of gold when they've done their
mining
alluvial thing. They will come here, pour water in here, crash, put in the water there.
Because there are always two.
Yes.
So,
that's
because I'm from Wales and there's a lot of these.
The aspect is for sampling. That's why there are two. The other one you crash. The other one there's water. And you sample.
That's interesting.
Right. So these are called jolly holes. The river in Shona. In Shona. Right? Socio-political organization. As we said, the Torwa. Nalatale hosted Torwa and Rosie sub-chiefs. The Rosie is coming in now. Why? Huh? And acted as a resident, as a retreat to resident rulers of Danamombe, which is Lodlo. Lodlo was the capital, right? Nalatale was a retreat base for the king. Nalatale commanded other smaller satellite settlements within the Insiza district, like Chalanchala, we've got the Bila, those smaller settlements, right? And actually, it could have been collecting tribute from the vassal chiefs, is it? So the occupants of Nalatale depended on crop cultivation and animal husbandry. They had a lot of cattle. This one we have to learn about it. We have to take our small time here. Why? Their diet comprised of cereals and legumes such as sorghum, millet, and cowpeas and groundnuts. They were now into farming, is it? Supplemented by meat from their large herds of cattle and hunting as well, because there's a lot of game
Now,
here.
we saw quite a lot here.
Right. The economic power of Nalatale was based on cattle wealth and farming, with significant gold mining, the sampling we have been talking about. Right? Iron was mainly used for hunting tools and agricultural tools, while gold was mainly for export. Copper, iron, and gold were actually used for jewelry. Did it? Right. Nalatale people, right, continued to supply trade routes that had been established by the East African coast through Arab merchants. The Arabs were coming in through Mozambique, right? When they get to Beira, they come into Mozambique and they could come inland. As far as your place in Wales are coming down, right? So gold and ivory were the main exports, whereas goods such as glass beads, clothes, and less common materials like porcelain and glass vessels comprised their imports, right? The occupants of Nalatale are ancestral to present-day Shona-speaking people, and they believed in a high god called Mwari Musikavan. Their prayer process was mediated by a family and territorial spirit medium who addressed issues such as rain-making and assured success in warfare. Anambiani and Chaminuka. They come in now, Kanyeza kada, and it. Vanamkwati. And it. Umlugulu.
Yeah. Taking me back to history, my history classes.
Right. I mean, we should be talking about these things. Because we have come.
We have come.
If you come, then what do you do?
Wait, let's talk about it.
Talk about it.
Night tour. The night tour.
Right. Yes. There's nothing we can do. I can't let you go. You have been here. You have to see the place.
So I'm Rosie.
You Rosie.
So yeah, the Rosie, there are a lot of Rosie people in Wales East.
Right.
Those people came in the 1830s.
Right.
They were given chieftainships, 3. Under Chief Tandi,
Tandi, yes, I know.
Chief Lozane, not Ruzane, Ruzane is corrupted.
Ruzani is corrupted. I know it's
Lozane.
Luzani. My
And
sister was married to
Kadungure.
Luzani.
Kadungure is a smaller chieftainship. It's not as big as Tandi.
Tandi, I know.
And
Tandi, I know.
Lozane.
And Luzani.
So those are the big guys who came, but they came from here.
They had been displaced.
Exactly.
Once they were displaced, what happened? They had to find places to go,
Yeah.
right?
And they were
And they
received-
went as far as Chivu there,
Exactly.
Weza,
Yeah.
some as far as Rusapi,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Running away from this the Ndebeles.
Yeah.
And the Ndebeles